Every season always brings new faces, and with that always brings a new identity. As we sit here 3 weeks into the season, how can you evaluate kind of who this group is becoming?
We're still becoming, for sure. You know, the last couple of years we lost, some major foundational cultural connectors on our team. And we have some young guys on our team that we're part of those teams, and now we're asking them to do that. So that's a work in progress. So that's the most important part of our identity, is to be highly connected.
It kind of shifts into an interesting question of just the landscape of college basketball, because it's so different than in years past. Marquette, in a way, has kind of stayed old school. You guys recruit kids from high school, you develop them, and you let them grow into a program. What is it about that recipe that has made you so committed to that, but also these players that you guys bring in?
Well, I think there's a commitment both ways. We appreciate the fact that, knock on wood, our guys have been highly committed in terms of coming back to Marquette each year. And I think one of the reasons that they do that is that they know that we're going to give them opportunity to grow into a larger role. Sometimes you find yourself in years or periods of time like we're in right now where, it feels kind of daunting because you feel young and you feel inexperienced and you feel like guys aren't quite ready to be yet what you need them to be, but that's also part of the opportunity and challenge. I've coached other teams like that in the past, that guys eventually step forward into those roles and they eventually reward your loyalty to them. And that's something that we believe in here.
Obviously the recipe works, because we've seen guys like Oso, Tyler Kolek, Stevie Mitchell, David Joplin, Cam Jones. When you take a look at this year's group, and we talked about Chase Ross, how do you see him kind of stepping into that role this year?
Well, we're asking a whole lot of him. It's almost unfair, but he has broad shoulders and he can take it. He can do it. We're asking him to lead and to play well on both ends of the floor. Sometimes when you ask a lot more of someone on the offensive end, their defense tends to take a dip. We can't have that from Chase. He's got to be the best two-way player on our team and one of the best in the country. And then we're also asking him to impact his teammates in positive ways, because he has by far the most experience and winning experience on our team.
I don't think there's any question that when you play a Marquette team, these teams know that you will outgrit them as much as you can. Offensively, though, when you look at this year's group, what do you think you guys can tap into that's maybe different than in years past?
Well, we have to tap into speed. Teams have really tried to slow us down by playing zone. We've played against more zone than anyone in the country. So I think for us, continue to improve, to be aggressive and get in the paint, regardless of the defense, and then continue to be stubborn about playing fast, getting to the foul line, getting to the offensive glass. Those are all ways where we can improve our offensive number.
Looking forward to this Friday as you guys get ready for Oklahoma. This will be the second neutral site game of the year down in Chicago. What's so special about playing in Chicago?
Well, it's just a natural tie for Marquette. There's a lot of examples of great players that have come from Chicago up to Marquette and had terrific years. Doc Rivers, Bo Ellis, Jarrell McNeil, Dwayne Wade, to name a few. And we definitely want to attract the next Dwayne Wade, the next Jarrell McNeil. And one of the ways you can do that is just being visible. It's also a game for our fans. And so this year, we've been looking to try to play at games really since I got here in Chicago, and it's been tough to bring it all together. And in working on one, we got two. And so we're excited to go back down this week and play Oklahoma.
Well, lastly, with this being the week of Thanksgiving, what are you most grateful for this year?
I'm grateful for my daughter, Zora. I'm grateful for my wife, Maya. I'm grateful for my mom. My mom was my first coach, even though she had no sports or athletic background whatsoever. But she taught me so many different things about what goes into impacting people. And most importantly, I'm grateful for our players.